You can now generate 1000 professional grade AI videos of yourself using just a single photo and the power of Higgsfield AI. We are moving past AI slop and into a world where you can direct an entire virtual content engine. By the end, you would have converted your single image into 1000 different assets. So let's start off. So first things first, you'll require an Higgsfield account. Make sure you're logged in, and we will start off by creating our character. So the secret sauce is Higgsfield Soul. You can find that if you hover over the image option in the navigation bar, then choose the Soul ID character. Now in here you'll see this create character button. If you click on that, it will ask for 20 plus photos from multiple different angles to get the best results. Now you must be wondering, I said a single photo, not 20 plus photos. So the first step is to turn our single photo into multiple images. To do so, we are using another feature of Higgsfield called angles. Go to the edit option, select the angles option, and here you need to upload an image. So this is where you are going to upload your single image that we talked about. Now I've uploaded the image that I want to use, which is this right here. You can even upload a full body pic if you'd like. Next, you can decide angle of the image that will be generated from over here. This is the camera, so you can spin it around anywhere you'd like, and this is the tilt of camera that can be adjusted over here, and as for the zoom, you can adjust that over here in this slider right here. So if you want specific angles and zoom level, then you can go ahead, make those changes, or else you have a great option over here, which is to generate 12 best angle shots. So that's what I'm going to select and then generate by clicking on this button over here. Now we have a few results, and here's what it looks like. These are all the different angles from which we got our image. Basically it's image for the results are basically the same image but from different angles, and here's what all of them looks like. I did create a couple of them manually by selecting the camera angles, so you can see these 3 or 4 were generated by me. Now this gives you almost 15 reference images which you can add in your Soul ID. I wanted to add both my face images as well as full body pic, but like I said in the beginning that we are just going to use single image, so that's what I'm going to keep it as. So going back to Soul ID in images, I'm now going to create a character, and this time around now we need to upload the images that we just downloaded, and here we go. I've uploaded the images, and on your left you can see the character name, model for creating the Soul character, and the number of images that have been added. We have 13 of them, and the recommendation is 20. So I can either create more angle images, or I can proceed with 13 images only, because it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but we have all the perfect angles covered, so hopefully it would turn out to be good. So I'm going to name my character Kyra, and now I'm going to create her by clicking on this button. It might take a while, and let's wait for it. Alright, so finally our character has been created, and now we can use it anywhere we'd like. Now to create any sort of assets, we are going to be using one of the features that gives you so much accessibility and customization option. It's the Cinema Studio. If you thought multiple angle image generation was fascinating, then you're in for a surprise, because this is a level higher than that. Now, as soon as you get into Cinema Studio over here, you need to turn the scenes, which is this option, into Cinema 2.0. In case you have the business plan, you can use Cinema 3.0 as well. But right now we are using this because it gives us more control over settings, which I'm going to talk in a bit. But before that, let me tell you what exactly are we doing in this Cinema Studio. We need to test the character consistency in the Cinema Studio. We are going to generate two distinct looks to prove whether or not our character is locked in. Now, let's talk about the settings that this Cinema Studio gives us. If you click on this button right here, you can see options to select the camera, lens, focal length, everything like a professional photography session. You have a lot of options in the camera, lenses, so you can test out all sorts of options to know exactly what gives you best result. So I don't have any ideas about camera, lenses, etc. So I'm just going to use the recommended. So I've used the recommended settings, and now I'm going to describe the image prompt. Also, to mention your character, you'll have to use @ and then choose the character. Then you can go ahead, describe whatever the environment is, the pose that you want your character to be posing in the image, and all the details. Here's my prompt, and I'm generating two images. Rest, I'm using the default settings. So these are the result. This is the first one with our character standing in a high trail, all the gears, and this is the second one. Again, character consistency is there. You can see that. As for the second image, I've tried a creative prompt of using some better details, and it will show in the results. Now these are the results, and it looks pretty realistic to me, and this one is a bit more wide shot, but I also created some portrait images instead of landscape ones. And look at this one, the lightning and the background as well as the character consistency is just perfect. So these were the results, but now it's time for what you have been waiting for. It's time to create the videos. So what I'm going to do is switch to the video mode in here, and here we go. We have a couple of settings over here, which is basically the director panel. Now same techniques go for our videos. We'll have to describe the scene, refer the character, etc. What I'm going to do is use this image right here as the starting frame. So I'll click on this drop down and add this frame in the start frame here. Next up, you can choose the movement of your camera from over here. You have a lot of options like these right here. You have pan in, dolly, movement, tilts, etc. And to take a look at them, just hover over it and it will play the effect corresponding to that. So right now I want this orbit around camera movement. That's what I'm selecting, and then you can choose the speed of your movement as well. Right now it is at auto. You have a few more options like hero movement, ramp up, slow motion, etc. This basically describes the transition graph of your video. So if you want, you can also customize it on your own like this. And this is basically just your speed line. Above this line, so this baseline is basically 1x speed. Below this it will make your video slower, and above this it will make your video faster. So you can adjust it accordingly, or you can use the presets that are available. Next up, you can select the duration of your video. I'm going to choose 5 seconds. And lastly, you can describe the scene that you want to create, but as of now I'm not describing it. I'm just going to let the movement be the character of this video, and then in the next shot we can describe the scene as well as make it multi-shot. And here's the result of our first video. Well, that was pretty bad. Maybe it's because we didn't describe any scene or add anything in our prompts. So this time around I'm going to change that and use this image as my starting frame, and we are going to do a multi-shot video this time around. So to select that, click on this button right here, and you can choose either multi-shot auto, which will automatically generate different scenes according to the prompt that you have provided, or you can use multi-shot manual. This would let you add prompts for each shot that you are creating. Also, in your director panel, you need to add your character by clicking on this button here and uploading this by using it in your prompt. So for my first scene, you can see number of scenes over here. For my first scene, I want the camera to pan into the character. This is the first scene where the camera pans towards Kyra and she turns slightly to the left. Now I'm going to turn off the audio, and as for the scene duration, it's 5 seconds right now. I'm going to turn it down to 3 seconds. For my next shot, I want a bird eye view where Kyra is twirling around. And let's add another scene. I want a close-up shot of the character's face. So these are the 3 scenes which we are going to create now. Alright, so the video is now ready and here's the result. So you get my point. You need to describe the prompt properly for getting the best results. And as you can see, the multi-shot video version was much better. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use the image option again and create a new starting frame for our images, for our video. This time around, I'm going to create an indoor reference image where Kyra is sitting inside a sunlit art studio and painting on a canvas. Now I'm going to hit send and this is the result. So we are going to go back to our video and add Kyra's new starting frame from over here. Now this time around, I'm going to be using the multi-shot auto option and I'll keep the duration as 6 seconds so that the scenes can be created. As for the description, I'm going to describe the kind of video that I'm looking for and hopefully it is multi-shot and not a single video. So here's the prompt. Basically, when you're trying to use multi-shot auto, you should go ahead, describe whatever you want to be going on in the video, and then it will create a multiple shot. Let's increase the duration to 8 seconds for better results. Okay, so we got our result and here's what it looks like. So it did create the videos of different shot, etc. Now that's exactly how you can create as many video of yourself as you can. The workflow remains the same. First you create a starting frame, then you animate it using different movements, speed, duration, etc. Now all that's left to do is to comment down below what sort of videos are you going to create for yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.